Hello, everybody. Wow, it's probably been a long hiatus, hasn't it? But welcome to season 2 of our Knittoons videos. And as always, we start off with a character design based off of Steven Universe. Now, it's chilly outside. It is, as of this recording, the second day of fall, about to come third in 6 minutes. And I looked over who maybe one of the more popular characters are right now, and after watching through all the arcs, I decided to focus on the Ulyimate Quartz. Right now, our build-up antagonist who just taken out, the one, the only, Jasper. Now, we're actually going to be using up some different types of yarn. And for this pattern, I found that the needle sizes do vary. You can use a pair of size 8 straight needles for children's sizes. Found it out the hard way. And size 10 for adult sizes. And we're going to be using one skein of Lion Brand Twisted Stripes color 208 Wildfire, one skein Lion Brand Brown, and one skein Bonus Choice Gold. And what we're going to do is try and simulate Jasper's physical representation along with her jumpsuit thingy that covers her. Now we're going to make 2 slippers. And to be honest, this is a very simple pattern where you mainly need to know how to knit, purl, and knit 2 together and add on stitches or how to increase stitches. The full link to the pattern will be in the description below. And I have to say that I did actually, well, not really model, but alter a previous knitting pattern from Sue'sCrochetandKnitting.com. Now, what we're going to do for our shoes, we're going to cast on, depending on how big of a foot you have or somebody else has, in size 8 or size 10, depending on who you're knitting for. Cast on 48, 52, or 56 stitches. Now, in this video, I'm actually doing the larger size on size 8 needles, which barely fit me. So next time I will probably do smallest on size 10. And I will be doing 56 stitches. For the first 2 rows, you knit. And then for row 3, you knit 1, increase stitch, which means, at least for me, you go in, as soon as you knit, you're going to notice there's probably the gap between the 2 strands, the 2 stitches that you have. Put your needle down in there, loop it up, put it on your left needle, and knit it over onto your right needle, as always. Then knit 26, increase stitch again, knit 2, increase stitch, knit 26, increase stitch, knit 1, and after all that, there should be 60 stitches on your needle. Then you knit 2 more rows, and then you do a variation of this pattern again, where you increase by 2 for the knit stitch to how many you knit, all the way to a 12th row, where you are going to, well, not 12, on your 13th row, you're going to be knitting a greater amount of knit 35, increase stitch, knit 2, increase stitch, knit 35, and you'll have 74 stitches total, and you have now made the bottom of your slipper. As you can see, I started out in the brown yarn because that's going to be the bottom, but we're going to start going on to the top of the slipper, where part of this will be seen not just when you're stepping down, but also on the top of your toe. Now, for the sides and top of the slipper, it may look very, very small, but as soon as you fold it and sew it together and actually try it on and stretch it out a little bit, it will form around your foot into a very tight slipper, and you'll be able to show up all your friends at all the comic book conventions that you have the Ulyimate Quartz's feet. Now, for the rows 14 to 15, so for the next 2 rows, you knit, and and after your second row you change over to the orange wildfire yarn, and then 2 more rows in the orange yarn. And if you don't know how to switch over to a different yarn, there will be a video to the technique. And then for rows 18 to 29 is going to be a variation of a knit, odd number, knit 2 together, knit 4, knit 2 together, knit odd number, but it's going to decrease as you go on. At this point, we're going to be decreasing as it wraps over our foot. And each time you go, you're going to, in the middle, after the first knit 2 together, you're going to do a knit on the right side, and then a purl on the wrong side, both of the same amount, but then after each every 2, they're going to be add 2 more stitches. Once again, relate to the link to the pattern below. This will go on until you get to 30 and 31, and they have a completely different set of not really stitches, but a different pattern where you knit 1, knit 2 together, knit 14, knit 2 together, knit 5, knit 2 together, knit 5, knit 2 together, knit 14, knit 2 together, knit 1. And then for 31, you're going to do 15, knit 2 together, knit 11, knit 2 together, knit 15, and in the end you should end with 43 stitches on your needle. Now this pattern comes with decorations, and we are going to be making the straps of Jasper's suit. I decided to make them separately because I felt like it would look more like clothing, and it would be kind of cute to have a pair of straps on the toe of your boots. Now for these, it depends once again on how long your foot is and what size of the boot that you have. But for us, since again we did our largest one, we cast on 28 stitches, knit the first 2 rows, and I have stitches down for right and left. They're going to be 2 different stitches, and you're going to be making what is essentially a diamond pattern that half a triangle pattern on the ends of your brown straps. And then when you put your toes together, it looks like the diamond inside of Jasper's jumpsuit. And you have to do each one. You can't do 2 of the right or 2 of the left, because I found they don't look right. And if you did that, you'd have to go on the wrong side, and it doesn't work. So basically, for the left strap, you do the right strap pattern in reverse. But I also wrote that down in the pattern to help you differentiate, to make sure you can tell the difference. And then using your yarn needle that we mentioned earlier, we loosely sewed the straps onto the booty, with the diamond actually on the toe, or probably where the highest point jutting out of your slipper is. And then when they come together, it should form a diamond. Now I made 2 slippers, one of a smaller medium size with the 8 needles, and one of a larger size with the 8 needles, to show just the difference, how much of a difference in pattern size there actually is. I found that for the child sizes, the medium will probably fit not really a small child, but maybe some 8 or 9 years of age. And the large one will probably fit like a 12-year-old to a 20-year-old, depending on how big or small your feet are. I'm a medium women's, at least size 8. So that actually is just a little bit of a stretch, and even then my toes kind of peek out of it sometimes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I enjoyed making this pattern. Please let me know if there are any other characters you'd like me to model, and I will happily make something for them, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, Crystal Claws.